I really like the PlayStation Vita, and our little community worship you like a god.
Good. Okay, good. I'm really, really nervous about ruining my entire reputation by. I picked PlayStation. I picked PS3. Let's go. No, nothing. No, nothing. Get it all wrong. I'm Greg Miller from Kinda Funny, and welcome to the GLHF podcast.
Hello and welcome to Game and Fortune, the show where the game is utter nonsense and the prize for our winner is exposure. It's a quiz show where players compete against each other to prove their knowledge about video games, risking their lives and reputations in the process. Come with us as we spiral slowly into the abyss. I am your host, the reviled Dave Breens, and I'm here with the one and only Kirk McKeon, also known as the Peanut Nutter, Bamboople, and Al Cologne.
Yeah, I'm the Al Capone of Gamescom.
Oh yeah, no, that took me a moment.
So wait, Bamboople?
Yeah, I don't know. I've run out of things to call myself.
You know, that's the only time I've ever read your introduction straight, and I'm disappointed. Right, today we are joined by Georgina Young.
Hiya!
Hiya. We are also joined by Ryan Woodrow.
The champ is here.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I suppose so. And we are joined by a very special guest. He's a man that likes PlayStation and hates PC players. He's occasionally funny. It's Kinda Funny's Greg Miller. Hey, Greg.
Hey, everybody. Let's see if Ryan can walk out of here the champion, now that the reigning champion of Kinda Feudy is here, to settle this once and for all!
There we go.
This is already far too intense for what I was ready for. I'm actually a very weak person under this facade.
Under this manly, burly, tough facade.
He's a weak man with weak internet, and he just might disconnect halfway through. We'll see how he goes.
Coward!
Yeah.
I literally, before every morning call and stuff now, before we do these, I disconnect and reconnect my internet just in case that helps.
Okay.
And I haven't disconnected from a call since I started doing it, so...
Greg, so it's good to have you on. How's fatherhood treating you? Are you getting any sleep at all?
Oh, yeah, we're super lucky. You know, Ben's a great sleeper, my 2-year-old. You know, once he's down, he's usually down all night long. We did have a blowout this morning, but it wasn't a blowout where I needed to put him in the tub and strip him down, so I'm always thankful for that. You take the small wins. You take the small wins.
You do when you're a parent. And there's no wins when they get to 13, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, no?
Yeah, no wins. No wins.
Fair enough. At least I have something to look forward to.
That's it, yeah. You just refurbed your studio. Well, I say just. It's been a little while now, hasn't it? Swanky new studio. Have you got any big plans for 2024?
Yeah, we're working on a bunch of different stuff for 2024. You know, the Kinda Funny Spare Bedroom is a 5,000 square foot state-of-the-art studio in San Francisco that, we launched in October 2022 after signing a lease in December 2019, which turned out not to be the best idea, as we paid a lease on 2 studios we did not use throughout 2020. But yeah, we have a lot of different partnerships coming up, but we're hoping to do more showcases and have a few more developers through. You really use the space to show off some cool games.
It's cool to see something in the space with that kind of budget and production value. It's really good.
Yeah, and it was quite the budget. So remember, everybody support us on patreon.com/kindafunny, please.
Yeah, there's definitely worse causes to throw your money at in this space. What are you playing at the minute, Greg?
Man, I'm doing, the classic. It's the end of the year. Let's try to catch up on everything. And so, I booted God of War Ragnarok Valhalla yesterday, jumped into that. I felt like
good?
It's good. I mean, yes, it's good, period. It's got story in it, which I wasn't expecting. You know what I mean? So it is actually, narratively driven. But then it is just fighting a bunch of rooms of bad guys where I'm like, I kind of feel like them letting us preview The Last of Us Part 2 remastered No Return right before it did it a disservice. Because I'm like, oh man, I want that. I'd rather be playing Last of Us. I'd rather be doing, I liked that a little bit more because that's I'm a coward. I like to hide in the grass, shoot them in the head when they don't know I'm looking, stab them in the neck, right? Whereas Kratos is all about engaging. And so some of the things I'm unlocking on combos and, runes or whatever, it's kind of like, okay, this isn't how I'd want to play it. Whereas I think Last of Us lets me build the kit a bit more what I want to. But on top of that, I am giving the college try to Baldur's Gate 3. I love everything about Baldur's Gate 3 except the gameplay. Like, I am not that tacticky, let's move it around, turn-based, here's a bunch of wheels of things. So I'm like, I love story in games. So the idea that every quest is a main quest and I'm talking to people and meeting people and they're referencing, like, all of that works so well for me. But I'm now on like, this has got to be my 5th playthrough of the first 3 hours where I'm like, I just gotta power through. I just gotta do it. So I'm sitting there with my Portal at night doing that, trying to catch up.
You got to
try to push through, man. It's really good. The tactics stuff, it'll be in the background after a while, and you just get used to it. And you can kick people off ledges.
Yeah, I'm shoving everybody. Yeah, I'm shoving everybody.
What are you most looking forward to for next year, games wise?
Man, next year, obviously I'm a Sony stan, so I'm hopeful for Wolverine. I don't believe it. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm hopeful that Wolverine's next year and we get to see what that's all about with Insomniac. That'd be great for me. And then beyond that, it's always the, tired answer, but surprises. Like, I think that's always the coolest thing. You look at this year and like the amount of stuff I played or got into that I wasn't expecting, but I didn't think was going to be. And even, to jump off Baldur's Gate 3, where it's like, beginning of the year, everybody would have told you, well, Zelda's going to be everybody's game of the year. It's not even worth trying, right? To have Larian come out and be able to do this. And really with that last month of marketing, be like, hey guys, we're this awesome game. You can have sex with a bear. And everybody's like, wait, what? Like, we need to be a part of this thing. And then have it take off and become this juggernaut and little engine that could. Like, I love that. And so I'm always interested to see what that story will be for next year.
Yeah, it's wild. Even from like an editorial perspective, we were like, Starfield's going to be the traffic driver this year. And then Baldur's Gate came along and just shat on it, basically. So,
yeah, totally. Yeah, and again, like, you want to talk about, like, just underdog stories, right? When it's, that's cute. They're moving up their release date to get away from Starfield, and then they just took all the oxygen, all the thunder. You got Starfield, you're like, the first thing I did is start shooting people in Constellation HQ, and I couldn't kill them. I'm like, oh, this sucks. Like, come on, the story's not going to branch a million ways. Come on.
Anyway, Baldur's Gate's the best indie of the year, so... Dave, do you want to...
What about Dave the Diver? What about Dave the Diver, the classic indie?
I just don't like people called Dave.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Got him.
This week we'll kick things off with 2 truths and a lie. Our special guest will tell us 2 truths and a lie about their lives and careers, and the other contestants will have to confer. And decide unanimously which one the lie is. The contestants get 1 point each if they win, but the liar will get 3 points if they win. Each contestant gets 1 follow-up question before they make a decision.
So, Greg, speak your truths, all 3 of them.
Okay. My photo is in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I've been chopped by WWE superstar the Hurricane. And then I got lost at Disney World in the 2nd grade and had to flag down a bus to save me.
Straight away, I want to hear about that Disneyland story.
Okay. So I just tell the story then?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, don't be so excited, everybody. My parents had a motorhome, and so the big trip was we were going to drive from Illinois to Florida for Disney World. And that's, they broke it up, I think, over 2 days or something like that. And so we pulled into Disney World, and it's like, this gigantic thing. Like, we were nowhere near Epcot or any of the cool stuff, right? We were staying in the campground section. And so we finally got there. We finally pull in. We finally park. And my dad got out of the car, the motorhome with me, walked to the back, took my bike off and put it down and said, all right, Gregory, why don't you check it out? To which, to my 2nd grade mind, meant, I'm going to go check out Disney World. And my dad very much meant check out the camping ground, like the block we're in. And I was like, cool, Dad. And I just rode. And I just rode. And then it was that thing of turning around and trying to get home. And you couldn't figure out how to get home. Like, I had no idea where I was. So I just broke down in tears. And I'm riding my bike all alone. And eventually I saw a Disney World bus coming. So I pulled out in front of them and did the big wave or whatever. And the driver had to stop. And then he had to call the park rangers who came. And then I got in there and there was one guy like, how are you? Like, absolutely no bedside manner from what I'm sure was like a 19-year-old guy, but to me was an adult. And he was just like, with his partner, he's like, well, how are we going to find these parents? There's no way we can find these parents. And the other ranger was like, you idiot, they checked into the park. Like, we can call and find. He knows their name. He knows that. And so they did, and they drove me back there. And my mom, of course, was bawling, and my dad was driving around on his other bike trying to find me frantically.
Excellent. George, have you got a follow-up question for any of the other stories?
Yes. Did Kevin Smith contact you? Was this pre-known about Jay and Silent Bob?
No, so, right now, obviously, I do know Kevin Smith. He's been lucky enough to collaborate with us on a few different things, but this was back when I was just a fan, because Jay and Silent Bob it came out in 2001, right? So they would have been shooting in 2000, I guess, and what they did is they had their old message boards were these View Askew boards, and so they did a thing called Get Your Mug in Our Pick, and so they're like, Jay and Silent Bob's going to be this road trip movie, so we need like wanted posters and missing children posters and yada yada yada. So send in your photo and see if you can get it in. So I sent in my senior portrait from high school, and I was lucky enough to get it in the background where I would have to show you the picture and then pause the movie and then be like, that's my shirt up there. Like, that's it right there.
Well,
what are you thinking
What
then,
was
guys?
the middle one again? Sorry.
No, it's okay. I got
Slapped.
it. I took a knife edge chop from Hurricane Helms, who's a WWE superstar. Stand back.
Okay.
There's a hurricane coming through.
that's the one.
Okay.
So
Ryan
that
knows.
one,
Ryan knows.
that middle one, which is why I didn't ask about it, is like I instantly believe, because I know you've done stuff with WWE, and like, yeah, if you're a wrestling fan, you get to be around wrestlers. Like, you want to take a chop, you want to take a stunner. Those are like the two things that you do. So straight away, I just believe that someone's been like, "Yep, chop me. I want to see what it's like." What do you think about the others, George?
I've seen Strikes Back. I remember that was when I was very into Scrubs, and Dr. Cox is in it. And so I remember the time frame quite well because of my insanity. I think it was a little bit later than 2001. And I think me and Greg aren't dissimilar in age. So maybe that one.
And
That's
so
what I'm thinking.
you're leaning to that being the lie.
Yeah, only because of my shaky timeline, and also I'm generally very wrong.
Well,
I thought you were going to claim to have like memorized every frame of that movie for a second when you started there.
No, that's just how I've got a general timeline, because it's when I really liked Scrubs.
yeah. No, my thought. Look, you referenced Scrubs in your answer. I really like Scrubs, so I'm on board. My only
View Askew is the thing, though.
Yeah,
I don't know.
the thing with the third story is like, yeah, it's a very believable story for something for a kid to do, but it's also like not that hard of a story to just come up with. So
True.
it's a bit of a generic story. There's like not many personal details in there.
What a cut.
I'll go with Ryan because I'm usually wrong. Thank you.
Okay, I was asking for your opinion. Never mind.
My opinion is you're probably right.
I think you might be right. But fine, if George has agreed with me, we'll say that the third story was a lie, that you
I
got
kind
lost
of think
at
you're both
Disneyland.
wrong, but let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I think the wrestling one's wrong because it's plausible, and he knows it's
Greg?
plausible.
What's the truth?
It is true that I got lost in Disney World in the second grade. Got off, rode my bike around, couldn't get caught up. It is true that my photo is way up in the corner of a Will Ferrell scene. And it is false that I got shot by the hurricane. I've been shot by a lot of wrestlers. I've been shot by Hulk Hogan, Woods, the Motor City Machine Guns. Like, the list goes on of people who have tried to kill me, but Hurricane never shot me.
I gotta tell you guys terrible at this.
Yeah.
You fucking suck.
Well, look, the story was true that he's been chopped by wrestlers, just the specific wrestler was wrong.
That's
Which
the
is
great
exactly
truth
how you should have
is how
picked
you
up. It was the
lie,
lie.
Come on.
That's the you just described to yourself why you should have known it. Like,
Look, our track record on this is like has never been very good. I
he
don't know
knew
why.
that you liked wrestling and played you, Ryan.
He played you like a fucking
fool.
fiddle.
Yeah, because Greg knew everything about me before joining this call today.
You can see the belt and the
Before
figures.
you're wearing a CM Punk shirt. You showed me a wrestling belt. You got figures up there.
He's like, this guy's a fucking
There's
mark.
no research
Straight away.
required.
Right, it's like if Ryan was playing poker and he's like, "How did you know?" And he's got his hand held backwards and shit. Like, but that's what's going on here, Ryan.
Look, I'm actually very good at playing poker when I'm really drunk.
You're not very good at playing this. All right.
He said to the champion.
This episode is themed around PS3 games, and we are starting with our buzzword, our quick-fire quiz. In this round, the judge reads out questions, and the contestants have to buzz in to answer them. Correct answers get 1 point each, and the contestants can buzz in if the person before them gets a question wrong. Unfortunately, the judge spent the budget we had aside for buzzers on training his sons to be warriors in preparation for the impending apocalypse, so each contestant will need to select a word to represent their buzzer. I have no questions regarding the expenditure funds on this show. Like, that makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
Georgina, what's your buzzword going to be?
I wanted to first say the reason I'm bad at that round is because I never lie. That's actually true. I never lie.
That's bullshit.
No, it's true. I never lie. I decided one day I'm never going to lie again, and I just didn't.
George,
You
are we
can
friends?
do it too. It's true.
Are we
don't.
friends?
Yeah, we're friends.
Liar.
Co-workers,
Yeah,
friends.
like, come on.
You liar!
Here we go. Suddenly, co-workers came out like a caveat, like an asterisk.
Yeah. You
We're
got
really, really
co-workers
close
owned.
acquaintances, you know?
Yeah, go on. We're close acquaintances. It's not a lie. It's just, that's
Neither was
that's a
Greg's.
range.
This is what
Greg's was just a little nugget of bullshit.
Everyone who always turns around and said, "Oh, I never lie," they just go, "Oh, well, I just didn't quite say what I meant," or something like that. There's always some
It's
caveat as to
fib.
why it's not technically a lie.
It's the Peter Molyneux defense in that it's wrong, but it wasn't a lie. That's me. I get things wrong, but I don't lie. Anyway,
George, what is your buzzword?
so I don't like the sheety bang bangs, but I have played BioShock Infinite on PS3, and so I thought I'd take Booker today as my word, from Booker DeWitt.
Nice.
I like it. Very interesting. Ryan,
I'm going
yours
nice.
isn't going to be as good as that, is it?
Not if you interrupt me, it's not. No, I'm right. I'm going dead
Is it a good
simple.
one, though?
Will you shut the fuck? You done? Okay, good. I'm going
Wasn't talking anyway.
cross, and it's also what I am all the time.
Can tell.
It's the X one. What about you, Greg? What's your buzzer?
I'm going to be very much on brand and go Vita.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Which famous Japanese stealth game is still to this day only playable on PS3?
Vita.
Yes.
Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots.
Correct. Question 2. In Uncharted 2, Nathan Drake's gun holster has NDI printed on it. What does this stand for?
Vita.
Greg?
Isn't it Naughty Dog Incorporated?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Okay, I got hung up. I
Taking
almost
it.
wanted to say Industries at the last second. I
Oh.
was like,
Oh, we're taking the point for that.
Charles Martinet, best known for playing Mario, voiced which Skyrim character?
Cross.
Ryan?
Esbern.
No.
I'm really disappointed in you all.
I mean, in my defense, remember that Skyrim didn't even fucking run on the PlayStation 3, all right? So I'm sorry, I don't know everybody's goddamn name.
I've just remembered what it is. Shit.
No one else taking it?
Can I give a funny answer? My
Of course.
answer is all the rats in the basement that people couldn't defeat.
Wow, she got it.
Yeah, amazing.
Oh,
no, it's
incredible.
not. No.
I mean, I'll jump in and say Vita and just guess it, the dragon. One of the dragons?
It
Dragon.
is one of the dragons.
It's one of the dragons,
It's Parthenos.
It's one of the dragons.
There you go. I'll take the half point. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm going to give him half a point.
What? That's the most lenient we've ever been.
It's already 5-0. You don't need to give him pity points.
It's over, Ryan! Send me the belt!
What were Bioshock's little sisters in development before they settled on using little girls?
I've never heard this story.
What else was it?
Booker.
Yes?
We'll go dogs then. People don't want to kill dogs.
It's not dogs, but you're not that far off.
Cross.
It's not cats either, Ryan.
Damn it.
Well, no, you're just telling them the answer.
See, Ryan, you're that easy to read, man.
It wasn't a difficult guess, was it?
None of the others were either. That's the problem.
Go on, give us just a total guess, Greg.
Octopuses.
That's pretty close. There were slugs.
Yeah, give him a half point for that as well.
Yeah,
Fuck
another
it.
half a point. No, I'm joking.
If you keep cheating in his favour, I can claim to still be the legitimate
No,
champion.
you
so
can't. No.
Here we go.
I can fire you. Next question. In Assassin's Creed 2, the cars in Abstergo's parking lot were originally models from which other Ubisoft game?
This is a deep cut, I feel.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
a deep cut.
I like how Kirk at the start went, I've made the questions easier because people weren't getting them.
There's some more questions and they're easier.
Cross.
Yes?
Splinter Cell.
Yeah, because that's got loads of cars.
Blackout. I don't know.
I mean,
There's a good
Booker.
guess.
yeah?
Watch Dogs, I think that's older, newer,
It
you know
is
what I mean?
old. Yeah, it's not that.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a stab at it, Greg?
I do, but I'm in the
Buzz
same
in
boat
then.
where I jumped to the and I was like, well, the crew, but I'm like, no, the crew's way later.
Mm.
You got to think earlier, but you're on the right track.
I don't know the dumb racing games Ubisoft did.
You're not
Yeah, I
a
don't know,
car
yeah.
guy, are you? You're not a racing
Nope.
game guy. No.
Nor am I a PC guy, as you found it earlier, trying to troubleshoot this call.
It was Driver Parallel Lines.
I
Driver.
did know that. I
Yeah.
should have. Oh, I didn't know that, but I knew that was a dumb
Yeah.
Ubisoft car game.
I feel like this next question specifically for George.
Yes. In
Oh.
fact, I added this question after I'd already written the rest of the script because I was like, shit, George will kill me if I don't add this question. Are you ready? Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
What did Kamiya call very easy automatic mode in Bayonetta?
Booker,
Yes.
when you put on the amulet on your waist, there's that,
Yeah,
and
what
it
d-
does all the combos for you.
What did he call it, George?
Oh, what? In normal mode?
No, what did he call it as a joke?
Oh, game journalist mode?
No, it's
It's a
close.
good
though.
guess.
Vita,
Yeah.
is this one of the ones where he was super offensive and said girlfriend mode or something like that?
Oh, it's even closer, but no, it's not. Ryan?
Mum mode.
It is mommy mode.
I think you should get it.
I think
you
you
should
get
get
that.
it.
Yeah.
Give that to him.
He didn't buzz though, so he can't get a point.
You specifically asked for me by name to give an answer.
No, I'm giving you a point. Okay.
I didn't even understand the question.
I
like
could
that
tell.
you went into the gameplay details of how it worked.
Yeah.
Dead Space's protagonist, Isaac Clarke, is named after which two famous sci-fi authors?
We're gamers, we're not bookies.
Cookies.
I don't
Bookies,
read.
isn't we
It's a
do the
different
gambling?
thing.
This is why Greg don't play JRPGs. There's too many
much reading.
many words.
Too much. If you're not telling it to me and I can skip it, I'm out of this.
Booker,
Yes.
Mr. Isaacs and Mr. Clark. Thank you.
That's
Well
it.
done.
You got it.
Give it the point. Give it the point.
I'm gonna give her half a point because no one fucking knew that question.
No.
It was Isaac Asimov and Arthur C. Clarke.
So, you
Of
know,
course.
you got Mr. Clark, so you get half the point.
You did.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, the other guy's Mr. Asimov, but you couldn't have guessed.
All right. Sleeping Dogs was originally supposed to be a game in which series?
Greg or Vita.
Greg.
Sorry, I'm used to doing kind of feudy. Kind of feudy. You buzzing with your name sometimes.
Good.
True crime.
Yes.
Woo!
Which famous actor plays Dowd in Dishonored as well as Tony Cipriani in GTA 3?
Cross.
Ryan?
Danny DeVito?
No.
Remember that the questions are getting easier.
This is an easy one. This is easy. Do you want a clue?
Yeah.
Can we get
Stuck
clues
in the
now?
middle with you.
Vita.
Yeah?
Michael Madsen.
Yes. There you go. Which famous animation studio helped with JRPG Ni no Kuni?
Vita.
Booker,
That was Greg.
Studio Ghibli.
Greg got that one. Craftworld, Yellowhead, Brain Fluff, Jam Sacks, and Bonsai were all working titles for which PS3 exclusive?
Vita.
Greg?
Little Big Planet.
Yes.
I was going to guess that, actually.
Greg smashed that round.
You gotta get faster, Ryan.
I was
Yeah.
going to guess Knack.
That
Greg,
was
It was
PS4, wasn't it?
PS4.
That wasn't a
that,
PS3
yeah.
game, yeah.
We've
Oh,
got
sad.
Ryan
Sorry,
and George
Greg.
have 1 point each, and Greg has 9.5. I gave you a full point, George, because I felt sorry for you.
Thanks. Also, I
That's
knew Studio Ghibli, so...
That's what matters.
Yeah, if you
other
know
than
the
buzzing
answer,
in.
that's also good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, Ryan felt better about guessing Little Big Planet, and it wasn't even his guess.
It's true. I didn't even say it out loud. I could have just lied.
He could have, and yet he felt good about it.
Yeah.
You see, that's how you lie. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Next up, we have that motherfucker back there is not real. The judge will give you a list of character names, and you have to buzz in to say which of the motherfuckers in question is made up. Kirk?
Yep. So you'll get 4 points if you buzz in and get it straight away, but points are deducted each time someone rules one out. So here are some motherfuckers who are not real, probably. Metal Gear Solid 4 is the first game, and here are some motherfuckers who are not real. Crying Wolf, Pained Panther, Screaming
Vita.
Mantis. Yes,
Panther.
he's got it. 4 points straight away. Okay, the next game is Red Dead Redemption 1. Arthur Morgan, Nigel West Dickens, Dutch Vanderlyn, and John Marston.
Booker.
Cross.
That was George.
Dutch.
Dutch is in Red Dead Redemption 1.
Cross.
Is
Vita.
he?
Ryan?
The second one.
What, Nigel West Dickens?
Yes.
He's also in it.
Vita.
Oh, shit.
It's
Arthur Morgan.
Arthur.
It is
Arthur
Alpha.
I see what you did.
Yeah. I thought
See?
Dutch wasn't in it either. I played it
Dutch is
recently.
the main antagonist in it.
I played
you
it like
alright?
a month ago.
Yeah, you hated it.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
It wasn't from me.
Alright, next game is Borderlands 2. Buff Gamer, Bonehead 2.0, Face McShooty, and Button Mouth Disease.
Booker. I forgot my
Did
one.
you say butt?
I said but. No, maybe I said but. Who knows?
think
Which
so.
I've
one?
forgotten it now. What was the third one? I think it was the third one.
Face McShooty.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's real.
Cross.
Ryan?
The last one.
What, Button Mouth Disease?
That's the one.
Yeah, he's not real.
Hey.
Pretty
Button
good, pretty
mouth
good pun.
disease. I like that.
It
Yeah,
is a
pretty
good
good
pun.
pun on. Like Kirk, good job.
Thank
Yeah.
you, thank you.
Good pun.
Okay, the next game is God of War 3. Zeus, Odin, Hades.
Vita.
Yes,
Odin.
he knows his mythology.
Yeah. I realised that just as I heard you buzz in.
I was waiting to call someone a fucking idiot for not getting that, so. Right. Next one is Fallout 3. Three Dog, Lugnut, Chrome Dome, Augustus Autumn.
Booker.
George?
Chrome Dome.
It's Chrome Dome.
I also
Because she
played
knows
that this
Kirk.
year.
She knows
No,
Kirk.
I played that this year.
No, if there's anyone,
if
if any of the answers in this round ever involve like a bold pun, then
That's true. That's true.
I had in my head that Chrome Dome's a real thing from somewhere. Did I just make that up in my
I
head?
mean, maybe not, but maybe
well,
it
it's
is. But not
from
from Fallout
bald
3.
people.
I am terrified. I am terrified of like accidentally naming someone who's real just because I've gone with the conventions of the game that it's set in.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if I do, stuff shit because I'm not professional.
Well, I made him up.
Right.
This was the fake one to me.
Yeah. That's what matters. What matters is what I think. So the last one is Dragon's Dogma. And the names are Florence, Reynard, R. Smith, Mercedes Martin.
I'm sorry. What was that
Booker.
third one?
R. Smith.
That's the one I was going to say because it's the
George?
funniest to say.
But Mercedes Marsden's got two names. The others are one.
Yeah, but it's real.
Oh,
Cross.
okay.
Ryan,
R. Smith.
also real.
Vita.
Greg,
Florence.
that's the one.
I was going to say it's too normal.
Exactly.
Is their name Arse Smith?
No, it's all one word. R. Smith.
A.R. Smith.
Oh, R. Smith. Okay.
Assault Rifle Smith, his friends call him.
Okay.
Yeah. But of course, his real friends call him Arse Sniff.
Smith.
All right, it's the final round. Dave, do you want to intro it?
I kind of do, yeah, because we're playing Rate Your Stars Right, and this is by far the most exciting round in the entire podcast. The judge has chosen 33. Excuse me, how many? 33 games.
What?
I know, right?
It happens quick. Don't worry, Greg.
And you have to
do it more and more.
You have to guess whether the next game in the sequence has a higher or lower Metacritic rating.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. You get 1 point for each game guessed correctly, and when you get one wrong, it goes on to the next player, and we'll just see where we go from there. It's going to be
Yep.
fun.
And we're going to start with the loser, who's Ryan. So we're starting with Killzone 3, which has a Metacritic score of 84. That's the only score I will tell you from now on. You've just got to tell me whether the next one in the series is higher or lower. So, is Darksiders higher or lower than Killzone 3?
Wow, those are two crushingly mid games. I'm going to say Darksiders is lower.
It is lower. Is Dragon's Dogma higher or lower than Darksiders?
Higher.
It's not.
Really?
It's not.
Underappreciated.
That's surprising, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
George, it's on to you then.
Yes.
Is Dead Space 3 higher or lower than Dragon's Dogma?
I know Dragon's Dogma because I looked up recently. I know this, it always sounds like I'm cheating, but actually it's because I write them in all my headlines. Like this
It's true.
87 rated game is free or something. I think lower.
It's not lower.
Oh.
Wow,
You-
that's
you-
shocking.
You're
Yeah.
definitely
All of
not
that.
cheating then.
All
No,
of
I'm
that
not
preamble.
No, we
only
know you're
know
not cheating because
Dragon-
you were wrong.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
only know Dragon Dogma's one. I don't know the other one.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Greg, it's back to you. Is Sleeping Dogs higher or lower than Dead Space 3?
Higher.
It is higher.
Well, I wouldn't have called that, jeez.
Is Terraria higher or lower than Sleeping Dogs?
Ooh. I'm gonna say lower.
It's higher.
That's got a banger score. People
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if it was one that happened over time.
Yeah,
I-
that's
that would have
fair.
mattered. That would
That
have
is
mattered,
fair,
would
yeah.
it?
All right, back to Ryan. Is Splinter Cell Blacklist higher or lower than Terraria?
Lower.
Incorrect.
You suck at this.
Oh, that's so cringe. Oh my god.
You love that word.
Lost every time I say cringe.
It's a funny
fucking
word.
funny. You zoomer pill to some shit.
I'm just a person of the internet.
Yeah.
Okay. George, is Heavy Rain higher or lower than Splinter Cell Blacklist?
Lower by the sounds of things.
It's higher. You look.
I don't know what's going on with
Distraught.
Splinter Cell, to be honest.
And that was the one people didn't like.
Yeah, I was about
Yeah.
to say, that's one I've never even heard of.
Splinter Cell's a good series, shut up. Greg, is Assassin's Creed 3 higher or lower than Heavy Rain?
Lower.
It is lower. Now, is Yakuza 5 higher or lower than Assassin's Creed 3?
Higher.
Lower.
Damn, that's fucked.
Assassin's Creed 3 sucks.
We come out of this hating our peers all the time. so-
I reviewed Yakuza 5 and I remember I had one of the highest scores. People hated it.
All right, well, it's on to Ryan. Is Tomb Raider higher or lower than Yakuza 5? The
Which-
reboot. The
okay.
reboot.
I disagree, but I think it's going to be higher.
It is higher.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is Dishonored higher or lower than Tomb Raider?
I really want it to be higher, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll go higher.
It's higher.
Good.
Nice.
Is Infamous 1 higher or lower than Dishonored?
Lower.
It's lower, yeah. Greg, did you just fist pump for Infamous?
Always excited to hear about it. Where's the remaster? Let's go. Where's the remaster? Let's go.
Is Max Payne 3 higher or lower than Infamous?
Higher.
It is higher. Is Vanquish higher or lower than Max Payne 3?
Ooh. Lower.
Lower. Correct.
And it's such a banger too.
Sweeping
It's
it.
got guns and even I like it.
Is DMC Devil May Cry, that's the Ninja Fury one, higher or lower than Vanquish?
Oh, that was hard. A lot of people really hated it. A lot of people really liked it. Lower.
It's higher.
Ah.
Kind of feel like that's kind of criminal, but oh well, here we go.
It always is.
Alright, it's on to you then, George.
Mm.
Is Red Faction Guerrilla higher or lower than DMC?
Don't even know it. Lower?
It's lower, yeah.
Damn. I love that game.
Don't know it.
Is Persona 4 Arena higher or lower than Red Faction Guerrilla?
Oh god, it can't be lower. That game is like 50. It's absolute dog shit.
Yeah, it's higher.
George! What the hell is wrong with you? Persona 4 Arena's a banger!
You're so wrong. I don't
No,
know
you
what
just
to say.
don't know anything about fighting games. Maybe if you play it like a visual novel, it sucks.
To Greg then. Is Battlefield Bad Company 2 higher or lower than Persona 4 Arena?
Lower.
It's higher.
Damn it.
Absolutely fucked it. Ryan, is LA Noire higher or lower than Battlefield Bad Company 2?
Higher.
It is. Is Bioshock 2 higher or lower than LA Noire?
Ooh, that's tough. Higher.
Incorrect.
People
George.
love a bit of LA Noire. They love the eyes, innit?
They love a bit of Bioshock as well.
Did you just do the impression?
Did
there?
the eyes when you when they're lying?
I wasn't there at all.
That was Greg in the fucking opening round of this, and you two still didn't do it. Is Dead Space higher or lower than Bioshock 2?
The old one, I'm guessing.
Yeah, the original.
Lower.
It's higher.
It's all 50-50 and I've got them all wrong.
All right. Back to Greg. Is Far Cry 3 higher or lower than the original Dead Space?
Oof. I'm going to say lower.
It is lower.
Okay.
Is Bayonetta higher or lower than Far Cry 3?
Higher.
Yep.
I'm doing
Is
my
Fallout-
fist pump now.
Is Fallout 3 higher or lower than Bayonetta?
Higher.
Yep. Is Bioshock Infinite higher or lower than Fallout 3?
Lower.
Incorrect.
I know,
That's
right?
a travesty, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it. You feel like you're just getting into the rhythm of it, and then you
Get a good rhythm
suck a
going
bunch.
right in the spokes.
It's interesting, actually. Go on, George.
This year there was like a revival of We Should Hate Bioshock Infinite.
No,
And
it
people
comes
like
up
it's
every
terrible.
couple of years.
It does
comes
come
up
up
every
every
couple of
yeah.
years.
It's
But-
because it wasn't what it was advertised as, but it's still
Yeah.
a good game.
Ryan,
High.
is Journey higher or lower than Bioshock Infinite?
Lower.
Is Portal 2 higher or lower than Journey?
Higher.
Yep. Is Skyrim higher or lower than Portal 2?
Here we go.
That's a toughie.
Which one?
Oh, that's a toughie. I mean, it's a Bethesda game, so there's going to be a decent amount of people that hate it. I'm going to say lower.
Incorrect.
Again,
Oh.
you just can't imagine what the time was like, because it really was the best game ever.
Yeah, and it came
really
out
was.
when Game of Thrones was airing. It was
I
just
mean,
like the perfect.
I'd rate it higher than Portal 2 as well. I you know.
I mean,
Alright,
yeah, I disagree now, but
George, was Metal Gear
Yes.
Solid 4 higher or lower than Skyrim?
That's the one people don't like. I'll say lower.
You'd be right.
Mm,
Is The Last of Us higher or lower than Metal Gear Solid 4?
got to be higher.
It is. Is Mass Effect 2 higher or lower than The Last of Us?
Lower.
Incorrect.
Ah, my clean sweep of 2 ended.
All right, Greg, you've got the last one. Is GTA 4 higher or lower than Mass Effect 2?
Higher.
It is higher. It's got a fucking Metascore 98.
Damn.
98. That's wild.
So it's just as good as Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, as we now know.
That's
They'll
it.
put that on the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want
Alright.
to I want to throw it out there that Metal Gear Solid 4 and Bioshock Infinite have the same Metascore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Wow.
All right.
That's fucked up.
The whole round is fucked up. We don't even comment on it anymore.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the episode, George has 8 points, Ryan has 13 points,
Oh.
and Greg has 18 points. No,
Goddamn,
no, he
son.
doesn't. No, he doesn't. 28 points.
What?
I had to go 2 columns on the sheet.
You're like, let me turn the page over.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
He got like every question before that last round. That's not a surprise
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy fucking bamboozled you on the lies thing.
Metacritic as well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not surprising at all.
Greg, you
Greg.
fucked him over.
Yeah.
That's what I do, man. All right. You just need, as usual, you just needed an American to come in here, show you how you do it,
Ryan,
how you compete.
Hand over the belt.
Look, okay, fine. He can come here. We'll have a handover ceremony, but he's got to pay for the flights.
Fair enough.
To be fair, Ryan, that gem belt is probably worth more than the flights.
It is, yeah,
So-
probably.
You would make money out of it.
Right.
Is there anything you want to promote while you're here, Greg?
Yeah,
You've
give us
got
an
a bit-
acceptance
I mean,
speech,
you've got a
since you've done
higher
so well.
reach than us, but like, go for it.
This was an absolute blast. Thank you all for having me. This was so much fun to come in and do. Of course, if you thought any of this was impressive, please come check out Kinda Funny. We have a PlayStation podcast. It's called PS I Love You XOXO. It goes up each and every week while we talk about all things PlayStation. And if you like that, there's like 9,000 other Kinda Funny Games podcasts to check out too on youtube.com/kindafunnygames and podcast services around the globe.
Lovely. It's
Fantastic.
been great having you on,
Wonderful.
Greg.